Good morning everyone. Already we have started our new chapter, coordination, the linking system. Okay, on that our next topic was about structure of nerve cell. Okay, already in the previous classes we have learned about the nerve cell. These hair-like projections are called as dendrites, and this is known as cell body, and these are known as nucleus, and this small color dots is known as missile granules. Okay, and these cells are known as Schwann cells, and this is known as myelinated sheath, and the center part is considered as axon. Okay, you already know about this, and this nodes is known as nodes of Ranvier. Okay, and finally this is known as axon terminal. We have already studied about the nerve cell in our classes. Okay, and this is known as synaptic node. Okay, in the nerve cell body contains head-like projections, and they are known as dendroids, and also this cell body elongates and it forms axon. Okay, some nerve cells does not contain this myelinated sheath. Such nerve cells are known as non-myelinated nerve cells. Okay, and which contains sheath is known as myelinated nerve cells, and which does not contain a myelinated sheath is known as non-myelinated nerve cell. Okay, let me see about the functions of the nerve cell. Okay, each nerve cell consists of a cell body and a prominent nucleus. So each nerve cell contains a cell body. In that cell body it contains prominent nucleus. Okay, prominent nucleus. And next there are fine projections mainly of two types extending from the cell body of the nerve cell. So side by side it extends and forms dendrites, and towards down it forms axon. Okay, the axon is surrounded by a specialized insulatory sheath is called myelinated sheath. So this is known as myelinated sheath. This is works as specialized insulatory sheath. Okay, this sheath is interrupted at regular intervals called nodes of Ranvier. So this sheath, this myelinated sheath gets interrupted by the nodes of Ranvier. Okay, next the myelinated sheath is made up of Schwann cells and chiefly consists of fatty material. So it contains Schwann cells, and this Schwann cells store fatty substances or fatty materials. Okay, the myelinated sheath is made up of Schwann cells and chiefly consists of fatty materials. Axons not having sheath are called as non-myelinated axons. As I told before, which does not contain a myelinated sheath, they are considered as non-myelinated fibers. Okay, the covering also forms a partition between adjacent axons. So this separates adjacent axons from one axon to another. Okay, the nerve cell body lies either in our brain or a spinal cord, or very close to the spinal cord in a region called dorsal or ventral root ganglion. So mainly this nerve cell body lies either in our brain or spinal cord or near to spinal cord. Okay, and that region is known as dorsal or ventral region. Okay, the region where this nerve cell is present is known as dorsal or ventral root of ganglion. Okay, next one. In the brain or spinal cord, it is difficult to make out the differences between dendrites and axons on the basis of their length. Often, the presence of the sheath helps us to find out, but several axons here do not have this sheath. So, what he is saying that in the brain or spinal cord, so in the brain or spinal cord, it is more difficult to find about the dendrites and axons. Because if the myelinated sheath is present on the axons, we can simply say, or we can simply consider it as axon. If not, that means if myelinated sheath is absent, so it is more difficult to find about axons and dendrites. Okay, we know that nerve cell is a structural and functional unit of a nervous system. So nerve cell is considered as structural and functional unit of a nervous system. Okay, nerve cell is to be considered as structural and functional unit of the nervous system. Okay, next one. Our nervous system consists of around 10 billions of them, which communicate with each other in a specific manner. So what he is saying that nerve cells are of 10 billions and their function is to communicate with one another, and also dendrites of one nerve cell connect to the other or to the axon of the other nerve cell through connections called as synapse. Okay, dendrites of one nerve cell is connected with is getting connected with another nerve cell. So this is known as axon, and this dendrites used to connect with the axon to transfer the information, to communicate with the other cells. Okay, these dendrites will connect with the other nerve cells axon to communicate, and this is this connection. So this connection is known as synapse. Okay. Next, synapse is a functional region of contact between two neurons where information from one neuron is transmitted or relayed to another neuron. Okay, this synapse function is to transfer information from one neuron to the other neuron. Okay, it can be able to transfer the information from one neuron to another neuron. So that connection is known as synapse. Okay, though these are the regions of minute gaps and essentially neurons do not have any protoplasmic connection between them, yet information is passed from one cell to another through these gaps either in the form of chemical or electrical signals or both. So it does not contain so this nerve cell does not contain protoplasmic. 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 protoplasmic fluid. So what is the protoplasmic fluid or a nuclear fluid? Function is to transfer information through this fluid. But here in the neuron it does not contain a protoplasmic fluid. So through electrical signals, it will transfer information from one nerve cell to the other nerve cell. Okay. These synapses are mainly found on the brain, spinal cord, and around the spinal cord. Beyond these areas, the axon carry the signals to respective areas in our body. Okay, what is happening here? The synapse main function are mainly found in brain, spinal cord, and near to spinal cord. Okay, beyond these areas, the axon carry the signals to respective areas in our body. So, with the help of this synapse, okay, axon and dendroids will transfer information from one nerve cell to another nerve cell. In this pathway, so from stimulus, from the situation, okay, from any situation, how they are responding. So how neurons are responding. Okay, there are basically two types, efferent neurons and efferent neurons. And efferent neurons is also called as sensory neurons. Efferent neurons is also known as motor neurons. Okay, first one. So efferent neurons are sensory neurons and efferent neurons are motor neurons. Okay. So here in the previous activity, one person holded the stick and the other one is trying to catch that stick when it is falling from the surface area. Okay. Here let me know about the efferent neurons first. Okay. So let us draw a rough diagram regarding this. This is sensory neuron. Okay, that in sense it is controlled by the sense organs. Okay, efferent or ferrine towards which carry messages towards the central nervous system from nerve endings of the muscles of different sense organs that sense the change in surroundings are called stimulus detectors. They are also called as sensory nerves. So these are also known as sense the change in surroundings. Okay, so different from the different sense organs, it will get information, and that information is transported to CNS, Central Nervous System. Okay, from here again the message will pass to the sense organs. Okay, next one about motor neurons. Okay, so in motor neurons, which carry information from the central nervous system to the body parts. So motor neurons function is carrying information from the central nervous system to the body organs. They are called as motor nerves. Okay, next one is association nerves, and the final one is association nerves. Okay, this association nerves is the connection between efferent and efferent neurons. Okay, so here he has given two questions. Which organ of our body was the detector and which the effector in activity 1? So detector, through eyes we have detected that the scale is falling from the above area. Okay, we hold it with our hands and such is known as effector. Okay, what do you think that the information carried on the efferent and efferent neurons? So through efferent neurons, it is telling us that scale is falling from the surface area. Next, through efferent neurons or efferent nerves, we have holded the stick falling from the or scale falling from the above. In the activity 1 showed a response on which you had some control. It was voluntary, and here he is also telling us about the voluntary and involuntary muscles. Okay, voluntary muscles it means which we can be able to control. Okay, involuntary muscles means which we have not control of those muscles. Okay. Okay, let me see here. From the brain to the spinal cord, we through motor neurons. So efferent neurons is also known as motor neurons, right? From here, the information is transferring to the motor nerves. These motor nerves are sending information to the muscles of the organs. Okay, by the sense organs. Okay, by the sense organs, they are sending these sense organs sending information to the efferent nerves, and these efferent nerves are sending information to the brain or spinal cord. Okay. So these are known as detectors. Sense organs are known as detectors. Okay, and motor. Here They are known as effectors. Okay. So detectors is transforming information to the brain, and brain is transforming information to the effectors. Okay. Through this proper coordination between effector and detector. Okay. And here